welcome again to everybody. Some of you have been with us for all 4 weeks. Some have had a little break for various reasons, but it's really, really nice to be back. And and thank you again for being so tolerant with last week's extraordinary experience. But hey, hopefully illustrated exactly the subject matter, which, as you probably remember, was the mind last week. So the first week, just to have a really quick recap, the first week was all about introduction to the stress response and the fact that the stress response is a very important part of our well-being. It's actually our ally, it's not our enemy, although often it's spoken about as if it is our enemy. But when it becomes a problem for us is when we are experiencing the drip feed of stress. And when that happens, which is happening a lot for people when they've had chronic health issues and when they're carers for people with chronic health issues, because there's no space and there's no time really to re-find your balance. So that stress system gets oversensitive and overcharged. And unless we do things to right that balance, it's a bit like a seesaw. Unless we do something to swing that seesaw back, then we land down in often things like burnout. Words like burnout, exhaustion, all those things come to mind. But this isn't, I don't want this to be a message of no hope. It's completely opposite, and particularly tonight. So that was the overview of first week. Second week, we did body awareness. And as a body practitioner, as you know, I will always start with the body. The more you cultivate awareness of your body patterns, the more you have choice. If I don't know that my shoulder gets tight as I get feeling the pressure of life building up, as I spend too much time in a bad posture on a computer, as I over worry about something going on in my health, if I don't realize that is transferred to my shoulder because I don't notice my body, then I can't do anything about it. And that shoulder that starts as a bit of tightness becomes much more than a bit of tightness. And it spreads into my neck and then possibly into headaches. Maybe it's a digestive thing. Maybe you know that when you have a particular worry, that your digestive system is even more compromised. And that's true for the people with EOS on this call, and also for the carers. Okay, so we have our systems, and all of you, even within the EOS group, are going to have particular, bespoke to you, individual experiences of symptoms that probably are more prevalent for you than maybe from somebody else. So there's a uniqueness around your rarity as well. And we'll come back to that. So that was the second week, was body. The third week was the mind. And with me juggling from place to place and all sorts of storms going on, we talk very much about catastrophic thinking, second guessing, all the common mental patterns. Going into what's going to happen in the future, or reflecting on what's happened in the past, what hasn't been done well, when haven't I been served well, maybe by the medical community, maybe not listened to, all very justified. However, that stops you being in presence. And the thing with presence is it's where you're going to be at your healthiest, because no energy is taken up that isn't being used in the presence. It's not being overrun to project, and it's not being left behind in rumination. So it's very much in presence. You are at your most potentially easy state. That's why it's key. That's why we talked about mindfulness. And, if we park the word mindfulness, being aware and being present is the greatest health gift anyone can be given. With symptoms, without symptoms, with a diagnosis, without a diagnosis. It's just the fact that this idea of being here, being connected, your mind, your body, and your heart, or your spirit, being connected is how we are designed to function. Energy flows, and we'll come back to that. So they're the 3 weeks so far. This week is probably my favorite week, because I just think the spirit, the heart, is key to a lot of wellness, even within disease. So let's dive in first with a practice to remind our bodies and to set the tone. Then I'll speak a bit more for about 5 or 10 minutes, and then we'll have a lovely, at least 10, maybe go a bit over, if that's right with everyone, 12 or so minutes relaxation. So find your presence, and that means find some body support and comfort. Really don't skimp on your kindness to your body tonight. So if that means a sofa with cushions, take that. If that means sitting back in a big chair or on the floor against a wall, take that. Take whatever you need. And most of all, just settle your awareness back in your head. And what I mean by that is just close your eyes, soften your eyelids, close your eyes, unless you don't like that. If you don't like that, keep a soft gaze downwards. Feel the back of your heart and the back of your spine and the back of your low back supported by something. A chair, sofa, wall, whatever you've chosen. Maybe you're lying down on the floor. And allow yourself to stay present enough with my voice. This isn't the relaxation part. It might relax you, but this is much more about being mindful and present. Plant a big smile inside your body somewhere. Imagine those corners of your mouth are turning up, and that big smile is also in your body. You're bringing yourself into awareness and kindness to your body, however it's feeling tonight. Take a breath in through your nose and a big sigh out through your mouth, and settle and tell your body it's safe. It's safe to feel whatever it's feeling tonight. On every out breath, just allow yourself to drop deeper into your pelvis, into presence, into being here and now together as a supportive group. We've got each other's backs. Allow that safety net to hold you. Breathe in through your nose, breathe out through your mouth. As the frame of your body settles, the foundations settle, start to be curious at the breath tonight. Don't change it, just watch it arrive. Be curious, does it arrive on your top lip, in your mouth and throat? Does the breath arrive in your chest? Or maybe in your belly? Or does it just appear through you as a wave? Not changing anything, just having the awareness of breath and allowing breath to travel into you, through you, and then amazingly it leaves. Do a few rounds, just allowing that breath. And we can introduce the words that we learned last week. If it helps to keep your mind from distracting you, as you breathe in, you say the word calm to yourself. As you breathe out, you say the word ease. Allow those words to flow as if they were like waves coming into the shore. Calm brings it in, ease lets it just subside away. Moment by moment, not changing, not deepening, not judging. Just being with the movement of breath traveling through your beautiful body. Just a couple more rounds of breath. Bringing in calm, breathing out ease. Start to notice every time your mind gets distracted, come back to the anchoring of your body. Tell your body where it is, it's safe. Remind yourself of your sit bones or your legs on the chair or your shoulder blades against the back of the chair or wall. Remind yourself that you are present and here, and return to the breath. Breathing in calm, breathing out ease. Just one more round. Breathing in calm, breathing out ease. Lovely. Very slowly, start to come back into the here and now. Feel, maybe touch your thumb against your index, middle, ring, and little finger, just a few times. So you start to have physical contact. Bringing your body back into the here and now, maybe reaching your arms up and having a stretch. And a big inhalation, inspiration, and then come back. Good. Lovely. So come back into the here and now and just rub your hands together. Maybe get some warmth in your lovely palms of your hand. Rub that warmth on your face, maybe. And just come back into receive mode for a moment. So there we dipped back into last week's practice to the breath that is the great connector between our body and our minds. Okay. This week we're talking a little bit about the heart and the spirit. And some of you may, you know, it's a very interesting subject. It's a big, big subject. And it's one that's very rarely talked about in health circles, really. It's a throwaway comment, oh, they've got a lot of spirit, or, you know, that sort of thing. There's all sorts of definitions for spirit, but if we just stick with a simple one tonight, which is the non-physical aspect of you. So the bit that encompasses your emotional body. And in my book, it's very much your essence, the truth of who you are, separate from your diagnosis, separate from your position in the family, separate from what your friends think you're like, or your teachers, or your wife and your husband. They all know a lot about you. They know your character, but there's also something else, a real sense of what you, the breath that was born into you when you came into this world makes you unique. On top of that uniqueness, some of you on this call, and obviously some of you are carers, have had a diagnosis that is also considered rare and quite unique. So there's a uniqueness on top of a uniqueness. And for me, if I just say I can only talk from experience, but my experience has been that at times when I have been very, very sick, the turning point when I've got through medical help and slowly got back to, say, moving around a bit, etc., the absolute turning point for me every time has been a reminder, taking time to remind myself of who I am, what makes me me, separate from whatever the story is. So I just want you to let that sink in for a moment, because we all have, when we're in our situations that we're all in, and even amongst us, they're going to be different, but we all have a story. And even without EOS, there is a story. And it's how much that story ends up defining you that is at some level down to you. And I think injecting your spirit back into your life as best as you can, with restrictions that I know can come with that. I'm not talking pie in the sky, the reality. But knowing yourself enough, what lights you up when times aren't tough, and bringing that back into your life when you've come through a rocky patch, is, to my mind, one of the most key things you can do for your health. It's a massive subject and I have a very short amount of time, but why it is key and I'm introducing this is because in all the years that I've been teaching about health stuff and stress, particularly in the last 10, 12, 15 in hospitals and all sorts, it is the one topic when I help people and quiz them and talk to them about what makes them them, what makes them light up. When they bring that back into their life as best as they can with all the restrictions that are going on in their life, it is a game changer. So for a moment, I just want you to think of just something. Maybe it's an activity, maybe it's a friend, a certain person, maybe it's something humorous, maybe it's a certain sort of comedy, maybe it's a film, maybe it's a place you've been, maybe it's a food you love, maybe it's a whatever, ... Maybe it's something creative you do, something that makes you forget for a moment that there is something going on in your life that isn't so favorable, and makes you feel like, wow, I feel like me again when I do that. So for me, like when I have salsa music on and I dance, even at the times when I haven't had the energy to do that, and maybe I have to sit in the chair and listen to it, that makes me feel alive, vibrant, engaged with life, and spirited again. So just urging you for a moment, even mentally make a note, and after this call, I'd really suggest you actually really ponder, maybe not tonight, but over the weekend, ponder this question. Get to know the recipe that helps you feel well again. I did a cooking class this afternoon with some under 10s, and it's hysterical. The thing is, though, when one of those little girls and boys leave out that half a teaspoon or teaspoon of baking powder, their cake's not the same. It makes all the difference. And that's exactly the same as our spirit. If we don't keep reconnecting with that part of ourselves, separate from everything else, then we miss something in the recipe for our life. And it's very, very hard, I know, at times, to even entertain that there's that aspect of our nature is needing to be honored and cared for. But it really does. The whole point of holistic and wholehearted living is there are 3 parts to it, and they are equally important: body, mind, and spirit. If spirit as a word doesn't work for you, then heart is a pretty good second. It's supposedly the seat of your spirit. And then when we do the relaxation, we'll end up tuning into our hearts and connecting to each other. Out of interest, just a bit of background, the word spiritus, I didn't do Latin, but apparently the word spiritus means breath. And so the link between our breath and the spirit of life being brought through us from the moment of we're born is a link, a big link. It's the same word. So when we do breath practice, we are connecting with the spirit of life and bringing it through our body and our mind. And that is what is joining the dots for us. That's the golden thread. So the aspect of your well-being that I want to urge you to reflect on and really think about is, what makes you feel like you when everything else is parked and put aside? What activity, what makes you feel like I'm alive and I feel like me again, aside from the drugs I'm taking, from the restrictions in my diet, from the restrictions of where I can hang out, from all the symptoms that I feel that make me uncomfortable. What's still underneath all that can I do, even if it's the tiniest thing, to make me feel like me again? And the more you do that, the more the body and the mind will respond to. It really will. It's like they are partnerships. So if you work hard on the body, and for me, when my body has really, really been shot to pieces, the only thing that's kept me going has been, what can I do? Maybe write a little bit, maybe call that friend who I know will uplift me at that moment. Maybe listen to that piece of music that just transcends all the physical discomfort. Maybe meditate, maybe pray, whatever your thing is. Maybe draw, maybe watch that movie for the 100th time. Whatever it is, just know it, because it's as valuable as the body work and the mind work. So I hope that makes sense. I'm really happy, obviously, after relaxation to open up to questions on this, or if anyone doesn't want to ask in front of people, then I absolutely understand that. And you can always email me and I'll always make time to chat with you on the phone if you've got anything personal to talk about in that realm, or want me to help you explore that a bit more. But for now, we're going to support your body, mind, and spirit with relaxation. So I can hear a big sigh even over the Zoom. Take a breath and really make yourself comfortable. So this is the 4th week that your body's been invited to relax. So it'll go deeper than it did the first week because it feels safe. It knows what's coming. It's become a practice. And that's what I spend a lot of my life doing, is encouraging people to have little practices that they weave in, achievable little practices that weave in, make all the difference to your health. So get really, really comfy, get really warm and snuggle into your position of ease and settle your body again, and imagine that beautiful big smile that you'd welcome someone you love with. Turn that inwards and imagine your heart having a big smile in it now. And then shut your eyes if they're not shut already, and if you prefer a soft gaze, as I said before, feel free to have a soft gaze. And start just to feel in to the depth to which your body can let go. When you feel safe, when you feel held, you trust. So breathe in, trust, and breathe out, release, letting go. Let the weight of your bones be heavy. As you let the weight of your bones, your legs, your pelvis, your spine, your arms, your skull, the weight of your bones, your ribs, all those beautiful bones that make up your skeleton. Take a breath in through your nose, and as you breathe out, feel the weight of your bones, the density of your form, letting go. Nothing now needs to hold your bones. You're fully supported. Let gravity take you down. Breathe. And as you breathe out, trust and thank your body for letting go. And then feel into the next layer of you, your muscles and your soft tissue. Travel down your right leg, right thigh, knee, shin, right ankle, into the tendons and muscles of your right foot. The back of your right leg, hamstring, calf muscle, sole of right foot. Allow that right leg to be really heavy now, releasing the muscles on every out breath, letting those muscles soften. No need to hold, no tension needed. Take your attention over to your left leg, thigh, knee, shin, ankle, top of foot, into the toes. And then back of left leg, hamstring, calf, back of ankle, sole of left foot. Let the muscles of your left leg be soft and easy now. Ragdoll-like, let your legs go. Feel your buttock muscles strong, and as you breathe out, let them go. Really soften. No need to hold. No need to grip. Travel up your back and feel your low back. And as you breathe out, let the muscles in your low back really soften, and let that beautiful gentle arch of your low back soften into your chair, floor, wherever you're sitting or lying. Travel further up your low back to middle back and upper back to shoulder area. Breathe in through your nose. As you breathe out, just let your shoulders drop away from your ears. Let your shoulder blades drop back into support. Let the whole of your upper body start to unwind and unfold. Travel down your right arm, across the shoulder to your right shoulder muscles, the back of your right arm, back of your right forearm, back of your right hand to the tips of the fingers. Breathe in. As you breathe out, extend those fingers and drop the weight of the right arm into support. Travel up the inside of your right arm to the palm of your hand. Soften your fingertips, your wrist, right elbow, right biceps, across your chest, center chest, letting the right arm fall away from center like a beautiful wing that's unfolding. Travel across to the inside of your left arm, biceps, inside left elbow, inside left forearm, into that beautiful palm of your hand to the end of your fingertips. Travel around to the back of the left hand, left wrist, back of left forearm, back of left upper arm, left shoulder, all the way up to the left inside of your neck and throat. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, let your left arm and right arm completely and utterly unfold. Let your upper body now release from the center. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, let yourself just go. Travel up to your face, to the front of your face. Feel your jaw, right and left, your mouth, your tongue, your teeth, your eyelids and your forehead. Soften your face. Really soften your face now. Let it go. Travel over the crown of your head to the back of your head and feel the weight of your skull letting go. Really letting go. Take a breath into your nose and a big breath out, letting go. Letting all your body unfold. Take your awareness down back to the center of your chest. As your body now unfolds, feel yourself arrive at the center of your chest, deep in your heart space, at the center, in the middle of those two beautiful lungs that work so hard for you. Relax your belly and let breath be as easy as if there's a gentle breeze that's just following through your body. There's no pressure. Allow the gentle air to come in and to go out of your body as you pay all your attention to your heart space. Breathe. And rest in that heart space as if you have taken something very precious and you put it in the palm of your hand. Imagine how precious that is as you sink in to the deep seat within your heart, that deep connection to your truth, your essence, your spirit. Take a breath. Allow yourself to truly settle into your heart, to tune in to its rhythm, to its inner voice, to that connection to you deep within, beyond the story. Breathe. And as you rest there, bring to mind something, someone, somewhere that just makes your heart lift, that uplifts you. The moment you think about them or that place or that situation or whatever it is, you just feel like you're really alive again. Like the lights have been turned back on. And visualize a little light, a bit like the Christmas tree lights. Imagine a light turning on inside your heart now. And then imagine for everybody else on this call, imagine as you turn your light on, their light goes on, and their light goes on, and their light goes on. And just like the Christmas tree lights, all our bulbs are working, and we're all alight. And the more you breathe and expand and create space for your light to shine, the more that happens through all the chain of lights that are connected tonight. Drop into your heart again and say within yourself 3 times, love, 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 may my heart be filled with love. May I be well, may I be happy, may I be at peace. Love, 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 may my heart be filled with love. May I be well, may I be happy, may I be at peace. Love, 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 may my heart be filled with love. May I be well, may I be happy, may I be at peace. And then send that message out to everybody else in this group and to their families and to those who couldn't make the call tonight. From your heart to their hearts 3 times. Love, love, love. May your hearts be filled with love. May you be well. May you be happy. May you be at peace. Love, love, love. May your hearts be filled with love. May you be well. May you be happy. May you be at peace. Love, love, love. May your hearts be filled with love. May you be well. May you be happy. May you be at peace. Come back to your own heart and take a breath. And one more time, deep inside yourself. Love, love, love. May my heart be filled with love. May I be well. May I be happy. May I be at peace. Take a breath. Breathe together. And as you breathe out, have a big sigh. Letting go. Letting everyone's Christmas tree lights illuminate the field of Zoom. Slowly bring your hands in front of your heart, whatever position you're in, and rub your hands together to create warmth and spread that warmth into your face, into your jaws, always good, maybe into your neck or back or wherever you find tightness and you want a bit of ease. And then have a stretch, bring yourself back enough but not too far back if you want to stay in this super relaxed state. Take a few more breaths. And gradually, maybe we can come back. If Amanda's awake, come back into the here and now. And we can open up for comment or discussion or just whatever else is needed.